Team, we are going to talk about building muscle today and how many reps sets are the best. What is the best? Is it 1 rep is the best for building muscle? 20 reps is the best for building muscle? Which is and why? Now, there is a plethora of scientific information that will tell you this is the best, that's the best. You'll have Joe Blow in the gym telling you this is the best way. Tried and true way is through a scientific investigation. And now through scientific investigation, they follow very rigid protocols for figuring out what is an effective strategy and what isn't. Listening to the guy next to you or even your trainer, if they haven't done any research, is not the best way to find out. Because what works for the people in front of you isn't what's going to work for the general population. And unfortunately, the people that you will be dealing with or that you are watching this video, the general population. So we want principles, results that work for general population, because that is by and large going to be the most effective for the most amount of people. So we'll go with that first, and if that then doesn't work, we can try other methods, but it's best to go with the broadest brush first to get the best results, then try with the least amount of chance that we're going to get some result. Typically what that looks like for a lot of people is 10 to 20 effective sets, or like sets where you're hitting a 8 to 9 RPE, which is rate of perceived exertion out of 10 each set. So 10 to 20 working sets per body part per week. So let's say if you want to grow your glutes, the best case scenario is to have 10 to 20 sets, working sets per week, per body part. That is the best way. In terms of the setup, that's the amount of sets that you should have, but what's the right rep range? Truth be told, and the research is suggesting that there is no real optimal rep range. Only thing you need to worry about is training close to failure. So what failure is, it means if gun to your head, you can't do a single rep. No matter what, you couldn't push it out if you tried. That is failure. So you want to take a couple of things into consideration when you are dealing with failure points. Overall fatigue from training to pure failure, day in, day out for multiple days in the month, in the year, will lead to injuries. So you need to recover from that, but also probably train 1 or 2 reps shy of failure, of absolute failure. Now, if you've been in the gym, you'll know this number quite well, and you'll know that you'll be able to hit failure with a certain weight on any given day. As if you're a newbie, you won't know where that failure point is, and you probably haven't even been pushed to pure failure, okay? My recommendation is, I like doing it with push-ups, or do it where there's an exercise where there's a very clear start and end point, and figure out where your failure is with that. So it might be a bench press, complete lockout from bar all the way down to chest is a great way to find out your failure points, because it's very clear where your elbows are when they're locked out, and it's very clear when the bar has touched your chest. So you know the start of an end point of an exercise, so determining failure is going to be very easy because there's clear start and end points of the exercise. Whereas a push-up, for some people, it's really hard for them to get their chest all the way down to the floor, so you might end up in this nomad's land where you're kind of doing quarter reps to get there. Failure is very, very important. We've got sets, we've got reps until failure. My favorite number in the gym for muscle growth is that 8 to 12. Simply because I know humans, and if I tell my clients they've got to do 10 sets of counting to 30 reps, or 15 sets in the exercise, in the session, and count to 30 reps each set, they're not going to fucking count to 30 reps, and neither are you watching. It's very time consuming, it's very draining, and you'll probably go, this feels like 25, 20 is 30, because I do that shit too. And if I do it and I'm the trainer, and I'm someone that gets great results for myself, I'm going to say that you guys are probably going to do it even more than me. With that thinking, 8 to 12 is really easy because there's less room for error. It's easier to understand where your failure points are, and it's probably more time efficient too. So just keep that in mind when you're thinking about growing muscle. You want 10 to 20 working sets per body part per week. You want as close to failure as possible, but whilst not going to failure every single session on every single set. And we also want to make sure that we count every single rep and track every single rep. You can do that if you want to do 30 reps a set, that's fine, but I'd rather be more efficient and more practical with an 8 to 12 rep range. Hope this video helps. Please like, comment, and subscribe on my YouTube channel, or if you like what I have to say, follow me on the 12 Kilo Coach on Instagram, or Reese Fitness on Instagram for my studio. Hope you guys are well and have a great day. Thanks.